Hey guys, Raph here from B&C Camera. Although our cameras are mighty, there are times when light won't portray the colors we see correctly, primarily white. Fluorescent light, the shade, and even incandescent light can make white look blue, yellow, or just downright funky. But how do you fix this? The answer, of course, is in your camera's white balance settings, which is going to be the topic of today's video. Alrighty, let's start by explaining the white balance camera settings. Your white balance photography setting will determine how cool or warm the colors develop in your scene. When your whites look like different colors because of the source of light, it is called a color cast. Now, whites turn into yellows, oranges, and reds in warmer colors in scenes like a sunny day, whereas when it turns blue, the colors are cool colored scenes like a cloudy day. Now let's discuss the topic of color temperature. We had already created a video prior on this, and if you'd like to know more, be sure to check that one out as well too. Now, when you're in various lights, you will have many color temperatures. Kelvin degrees is how color temperatures are measured. And we're going to go ahead and throw a chart and some examples up for you on the screen right now just to give you an idea. And if you notice, the cooler the light gets, the higher the number is. The warmer the light gets, the lower that number will be. If you aren't comfortable with manually adjusting, don't worry. That's what auto white balance is for. Your camera will most likely default to the auto white balance setting. Although manually adjusting your settings will always allow you to have complete control, sometimes using automatic settings will be helpful to you. Using the auto white balance will choose the color temperature for you and take out all the guesswork. The auto setting will have a hard time doing its thing and will result in color cast if your photograph A. is lacking the color white or even color close to white, B. the majority of your scene is one color, like a sky, or C. various color temperatures are in one photo. Now, there are white balance presets that will help out tremendously. When in doubt, turn those on. The presets will set your white balance based on usual lighting conditions by layering it with a cool or warm preset. And again, here is another handy dandy chart that will help you understand what Kelvin temperature situation the specific presets will help typically cover. To get to these preset settings will vary based on the specific camera, but typically the camera will either have a physical button that displays WB for white balance, or by accessing the camera's quick menu settings. You can even program the white balance to a specific button or dial as well too, so try that out. And as a quick little disclaimer, if you have multiple lighting sources in one shot, presets might not be the best option for you, so keep that in mind. And lastly, we're going to go ahead and discuss a little bit about manually setting your white balance for complete control. Unfortunately, you can't rely on automatic settings when there are various light sources. When this happens, you will need to manually adjust your settings. Manually setting your white balance will give you ultimate control in creating a gorgeous photograph. You will achieve colors in the most accurate form by doing this. Here is a step-by-step guide in doing so. First, take a picture of a gray card lit by your light source. Second, click the WB button and turn the dial to custom white balance icon. If you don't have a WB button, you can access this feature through your camera settings like I had stated before. Third, you will need to assign a photo for your camera to use as a reference photo. You're going to use the image you just took and cross-reference it with the original assigned photo. Once this is done, your camera will use that picture to understand how white is portrayed with the current light conditions. Many cameras will allow you to pick the actual color temperature you want to use from the Kelvin scale. If your camera is capable of this, you will have precise control of how your whites will look. And that's pretty much all there is to it in terms of the basics for white balance. Understanding white balance is essential for capturing the image you see with your eyes and your mind and bringing that to life. You wouldn't want to take a photo that isn't truly representative of what you saw it as, no? So definitely take that time to play around and understand your white balancing. Thanks again for catching this video. If you found it helpful, please be sure to like, subscribe, share, and give us a follow, as we'll be dishing out more basic tips and tricks for most of your photo, video, and even audio needs. Once more, this is Raph from B&C Camera, and we'll catch you on the next one.